How powerful is BlackRock? In the middle of the COVID pandemic on June of 2020, the New Republic wrote that BlackRock was having a very good pandemic and was casting itself as socially responsible while contributing to the climate catastrophe, evading regulatory scrutiny, and planning to influence a potential Biden administration. In 2010, one of its founders, Ralph Schlosstein, called BlackRock the most influential financial institution in the world. United States Senator Elizabeth Warren on March 4, 2021, suggested that BlackRock should be classified too big to fail. But what is BlackRock? Unlike Goldman Sachs, a household brand name synonymous with executives leaving finance to go shape public policies, BlackRock isn't as well known to people outside the investment industry. BlackRock, Incorporated, is an American multinational investment company based in New York City. The company was founded in 1988 by Larry Fink, Robert S. Capito, Susan Wagner, Barbara Novick, Ben Golub, Hugh Frater, Ralph Schlosstein, and Keith Anderson. It was initially created as a risk management and fixed income institutional asset manager. BlackRock is today's world's largest asset manager, with $10 trillion in assets under management as of January 2022. That's more than the gross domestic product of every countries in the world, except for the US and China, and the equivalent of 40% of the GDP of the United States. Its operations are global, with 70 offices in 30 countries, and clients in 100 countries. It is considered, along with Vanguard and State Street, to be one of the big three index fund managers that dominate the industry in the United States. Being so big and having so much money and power, it is not uncommon to see BlackRock have ownership of companies competing with each other. This concentration of ownership tactic raised concerns of possible anti-competitive behavior, as for example, a 2014 study titled Anti-Competitive Effects of Common Ownership analyzed the effects of this type of common ownership on airline ticket prices. The study found that prices go up and quantity goes down when the airlines competing on a given route are more commonly owned by the same set of investors. Even though the company tries to portray itself as being aware of its impact on society, in 2018 BlackRock was accused by anti-war organizations that it is the largest investor in weapon manufacturers through its iShares U.S. Aerospace and Defense ETF. The company has also been criticized for its climate change inaction and deforestation in the Amazon. According to the New Republic, BlackRock has positioned itself as the good guy on Wall Street, and its executives as a crew of mild-mannered money managers who understand the risks of the climate crisis and the importance of diversity. But those commitments, critics say, only extend so far into the firm's day-to-day operations. As of December 2018, BlackRock was the world's largest investor in coal plant developers, holding shares worth $11 billion among 56 coal plant developers. Also, the company owns more oil, gas, and thermal coal reserves than any other investor, with total reserves amounting to 9.5 gigatons of CO2 emissions, or 30% of total energy-related emissions from 2017. Environmental groups accuse the company for being the biggest driver of climate destruction on the planet. Called by some the world's largest shadow bank, BlackRock was scrutinized during the COVID-19 for allegedly taking advantage of its close ties with the Federal Reserve System, and while casting itself as socially responsible, it is in fact contributing to the climate catastrophe. Also, it was at the same time evading regulatory scrutiny and angling to influence a potential Biden administration. Furthermore, a number of the firm's ex-employees now hold prominent roles in President Joe Biden's cabinet. Among them, Brian Dees, a former BlackRock investment executive, now leads Biden's National Economic Council, effectively serving as his top advisor on economic matters. Michael Pyle, BlackRock's former global chief investment strategist who had worked in the Obama administration before joining the firm, now serves as chief economic advisor to Vice President Kamala Harris. Biden also tapped Adewale Wale Adeyemo, a former chief of staff, to BlackRock chief executive and longtime Democrat Larry Fink, to serve as a top official at the Treasury Department. In a world where the actions of large corporations such as BlackRock are often hidden from the general public, it's unsettling to know that they hold significant influence over the laws and decisions that directly impact our lives. The lack of awareness amongst the majority of people leaves them ignorant to the root causes of their struggles, leading to misplaced blame towards those in positions of power who are themselves powerless against these entities. Remember to stay informed and consider all factors before passing judgment. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.